What's up, Twitch and YouTube? Appreciate you guys coming through for episode 5 of Around the Gjallarhorn. I'm Murphy D55, and we have a very special guest today, my guy UpandADAM Gaming, a fellow Torontonian, fellow Canadian, a great Madden streamer, a partnered Madden streamer, who's been doing absolutely huge things over on his channel today. He is a coin guru. He is a top 100 Weekend League player.
In June.
In June. There you go. I was going to say March, but in June. Adam, happy Halloween to you, and thank you so much for agreeing to be on here, my friend. How are you doing tonight?
Well. I'm good. Excited to be on. I been a busy day, like you said. I streamed this morning. I played a whole lot of Weekend League. I'm kind of over it, but I still got 6 games left, so I gotta fight through those later on tonight. But yeah, we're taking a little break.
Beautiful. Sounds good. And you're playing? Are you playing on your No Money Spend account tonight?
I am.
Is that what's going on? That's the correct, overall looking like on that No Money Spend team?
90 right now. So
not bad.
Getting
not
there.
bad. Okay, beautiful. So we won't keep too much of your time here, but I think we can cover a lot in about an hour. I think that's kind of like the prime podcast length, I would say. And you've been doing a lot of podcasts lately. I know you and CJ have been kind of collaborating on Mondays, doing some content, doing the market content and whatnot. I know you've already been on Fen Talks with Fendler. You were one of the first guests when we did that Canadian week on there. That was a lot of fun. So
that was a good time.
Yeah, and I figured since you've already kind of, people who are in my chat right now, they obviously, they know a bit about you. They're acquainted with you. A lot of them are in your streams every morning. So I figured we're not going to do the whole biography of who you are as a person, because people already know you. You're a well-known public figure. You're famous now, correct?
I wouldn't say famous, but we're getting there, maybe.
Yeah. So I figured we could talk about some of the, a little bit of things in the Madden game. We can talk a little bit about the Halloween season and just kind of touch on a few topics, and then send you on your way to battle against the Weekend League Demons. So,
totally.
Yeah, first thing that I wanted to ask you about, because today is Halloween. It's a little bit, a little bit of a different kind of Halloween right now in Canada. Are you guys expecting trick-or-treaters where you're at? Did you buy candy even for kids or no?
Yeah, we did buy candy, because last year what we did was we just put like some candy outside. Like we had like a little basket, and we had a little stool. We left it there, and they could take. And then honestly, we still had majority of the candy left. So I don't think anyone was there last year. I think people are allowed to go trick or treating here where I'm at. So I feel like we're doing the same thing. We're not gonna go answer the doors. We're gonna try to keep it as like sanitary and as possible, right? With some hand sanitizer out there, a stool with some candy in a basket, and if you want to take some, go right ahead. If not, well, keep moving, I guess, right? So I don't know. I feel like people are still not really comfortable with it. I know, like where I'm at versus where you're at, I feel like there's definitely a little bit more of a divide where more people are more likely to go out and do it here. But within where you're at, I feel like there's a lot more restrictions right now. So
for sure, like we didn't even buy candy this year. I honestly forgot, because it's been like basically 2 years now that we haven't had Halloween. My first year moving into this new house, before COVID even started, I had only one group of kids coming. They were my next door neighbors. I literally, and this was in a pre-COVID world. Like nobody seems to trick or treat in downtown Toronto. I don't know what the deal is.
I don't know why.
I used to have a blast. Like I probably only did it till I was like maybe 12 years old or something, and then I kind of was over dressing up and whatnot. But like I remember, I'm a couple years older than you, but like our generation, it was crazy. Like I would go out on Halloween, the streets were just full of kids and like their parents walking them around, kids running all over the place. Now it's like a ghost town. Like nobody seems to be going out. And I guess maybe if you were to go more out into the suburbs or more out into the, I don't even know. Like I guess it's that I live on a busy street too. A lot of kids probably don't want to be walking around in the dark in costumes.
Yeah, that makes sense. But it's like you said, it's just like it's still like compared to when we were younger, we were out there like no matter what. Like if it was so cold, if it was rainy, if it was snowy, we were out there no matter what. We went on like a few different runs. We would go bring it all back and then go for another run. But now you don't see it anymore. And I'm in an area where there is quite a bit of like kids, and there's a few schools around me, but I haven't seen. Well, I guess we moved in here like during the COVID, right? Like new place, so I don't really know what it's like before COVID Halloween. So
Yeah,
But yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and the other question I had is, let's say COVID wraps up in the next couple of years. Hopefully, I feel like it's going to be around for a while, but hopefully things go back to normal eventually. Now that you're a
Mhm.
partnered Twitch streamer, are you obligated to give out full chocolate bars instead of the mini ones?
I don't know about that. I need to put you on. I gotta mute you for like 1 minute. Aaron
Go
is
for
calling
it.
me, and I don't
No
want to. I don't
worries.
want to miss the call.
Don't even worry. Go for it, my
One second.
friend. I'll entertain the crowd here. So, guys, what do you guys think about our? I'm gonna read some chat here. We're gonna give Up and Adam a little bit of time to figure things out over there. Let's see here. So, who we got in the chat? We got my guy Hallgain Gaming. You like the outfit? Yeah, guys. This is my Halloween costume. This is my take on where's the make rights. Because I'm never the beneficiary of these make rights. Honestly, like I heard that people got like some make rights for Roddy White's set earlier in the year. I was not a beneficiary of that. I have literally never been given a free pack by EA, and I've spent a fair share on packs and bundles and all that stuff. Background is dope, except the helmet. Yeah, I agree. That Cowboys helmet is absolutely ridiculous. I might have to maybe superimpose that Chad Kroger head and move it over the Cowboys helmet in order to make this podcast a little bit better. There's a wild panda alert, says New Era Warrior. Yes, sir. We were able to finagle one of the best streamers out there, UpandADAM Gaming. So, guys, let's see here. Fuck my Bengals. Raw talk. What happened in that game, guys? What went on in that Bengals game? There were so many crazy finishes in the NFL this week. I saw. Hey, welcome back. Everything good up and Adam?
Yeah. So, wifey was at the school getting report stuff done, and I wanted to make she was just on her way home, but she forgot I had the podcast.
God bless her going in on a weekend to get work done. Could not be me right now. We already had this talk that I'm not actually having to write report cards this time around, so I'm sure Adam's a little bit jealous about that. But
just a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? And apparently I'm not even doing parent-teacher interviews, which is kind of crazy too. Which I actually like doing those. Yeah, because of some union bargaining stuff. But I'm not going to drag Ontario teachers on stream. I don't want to isolate my day job here. But so one thing I want to talk about, it's Halloween right now. Halloween for us Madden streamers always means the most feared promo, which in my opinion is usually one of the better promos. It's one of the fullest promos that we get throughout the course of the year. What are your thoughts on the rollout of the content this time around, and just like anything that stood out to you about this year's most feared program?
I really liked it. I know we'll have those negative Madden EA people come through say it was horrible and stuff like that, but I think the content was like, I would say like an 8.5 out of 10. I had no complaints. We had consistent content for 3 weeks. Yeah. We knew what we were getting on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the big release on Friday, and then Saturday. We went 2 days without content for the last 3 weeks. Today was a little bit of a letdown with the LTDs.
The 90s, yeah.
I think it's not even that it's the 90s. I think they hyped up LTDs on Sunday, and then everyone is expecting, these 94s, and they're going to be really, really good. And don't get me wrong, the 90s are good players. Like, okay, maybe not Marcus Mariota. That's an interesting choice, but Marshawn Lynch, everyone wanted that card. A lot of people did. And making it for every theme team, that was a huge W in my opinion. And they're affordable, so that was cool for some people to get like a little treat, a little some LTDs on their squad for like 120K. That's not bad. Like the minimum you're gonna get for an LTD is like 300K, right? Yeah. So I think that was a W. I think like we all expect it to go a certain way, and if it doesn't go that way, we're like annoyed by it.
Yeah.
And I didn't hate it. I would have loved to had like 94s because I love ripping those like rerolls and stuff like that. But I'm still happy with what we got because they're 2 new cards that weren't in the game. Well, I guess was Mariota in the game? Yeah, because he still
probably
plays
is
for
like
the Raiders,
a core
right?
gold or something, or
like that,
probably is a core gold. Yeah.
But like Marshawn Lynch, like now he's probably gonna get a second upgrade at some point this year, which is cool. So we'll probably see like a really good Marshawn Lynch later on. But no, I think content for this program was great. I think there was a lot to do. I think the rerolls really helped me make coins. There was a ton of solos for like those no money spent players and people who don't want to play online. You had house rules, 3 house rules. Mind you, I heard the fumble house rules today was kind of a mess, but I didn't try it yet, so I can't speak on it. But like I don't know, I feel like what else do you want in a program, right?
Yeah, no, I
Personally.
agree. Yeah, they give you like 60 solos to start off, which is like a ton, and it took a lot of
Yep.
time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then rolling out 30 at a time each week. Like for me personally, I'm kind of like, the rewards are decent in that you get some like 85s that you can sell, or you get some 90s that you could throw onto your team. Like the rewards were decent, it was worth it, and you could put a lot of these guys into sets. But as far as like the amount of new players generated by this promo, I was impressed by it. I was a little bit worried, and I think I saw CJ Sauce talk about this in a tweet that they had already reused Ed Reed so early in the year, and I was like, ooh, I hope that doesn't mean that that they're running out of like player licensing stuff, or that they're. But then as the promo went on, and we got the Lawrence Taylor that we always get, we got like Aaron Donald getting an upgrade. He looks like a beast.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool, yeah. And I didn't realize literally until I loaded into my chat that those two 90s today get any team chems, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, I was when I saw they were both Raiders, I was just kind of rolling my eyes. I was like, oh my god, what are the odds? But realizing that I could actually probably use that Marshawn on my team, he's better than my Reggie Bush for like short yardage situations, and with team chems, he's gonna be like 93 speed for me. So
and he has fullback chem too, so
yeah, that's nasty.
secondary position right there, so it's not bad.
Yeah, throw him in on kickoffs, and he'll be like an absolute beast when people try to squib it to you. So that's.
I was about to say that's why I ran into like my last 3 games all had Marshawn Lynch at like when I kicked it. I always had to like kick it all the way into the end zone. So I was like, I don't want Marshawn Lynch running it back on me. So
exactly, that's actually kind of a game changer. So like, as somebody who's running a Niners team, and I just got that new Juszczyk card. It kind of sucks, like because I'm gonna have to probably play around with him. Honestly, Juszczyk is super slow. He's not really. I still use him on the goal line. He still works for me, but Marshawn Lynch is going to be tempting to put in at fullback for sure with that speed.
Especially if you get chem, you got all the chems there.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It matter.
So. Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, what about this thing that they added? So for today, there's like certain players that are morphing just for Halloween. I've literally only played like maybe 2 head-to-head games today. I was hoping to get some more games in. We'll do that after the podcast. But so I know like Ronnie Lott, Cam Chancellor. Like Cam Chancellor, I think is like 6'5", 6'8", with these towering morphs. Have you got a chance to play with any of those new guys yet in Weekend League?
I have. So I have on my team. I have Henry, Cam Chancellor. I have Gjallarhorn. I have Jeremy Chin. Who else? I think I have a couple others. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But I ran into a lot of Mariotas today in Weekend League. The last few games I played. And it's like it's so hard to catch because I think they have like the speed one on him, so he's got like I don't even know like 90 something speed. It's like so tough to like stop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, it's I don't know. I feel like it's a video game, right? So we should have things like this once in a while. Like I wouldn't say this should be like anything for like Comp Matter or like MCS stuff, but like it's a video game still.
Exactly, and I think like of all the promos, I'm not a huge fan of having super overpowered promo strategy cards. Like that's a new thing this year with the strategy cards, but I do like the fact that Halloween's kind of like a whimsical kind of like it's kind of a goofy holiday. So I think if you're gonna have guys getting either super short and speedy or tall, this is the perfect time of year to do it. It's kind of like a time it takes us back to our childhood. So I don't actually mind playing with these players that are like 6'10" Travis Kelce. Like that's fun for me for a month. Now, I'm definitely ready to go back to actually putting my best team on the field. Yeah. Because for Travis Kelce, he's been out for like 3 weeks now. Like I feel like I've been using this kind of glitchy card forever. But then
it'll come down to like the next program, right? Like we have like probably Blitz and then Thanksgiving, I would assume. Yeah. Like the next up. So I feel like that we'll probably have something else, right? We'll have something, maybe some other strategy cards to go along with that. And I think that's fair.
Yeah. Absolutely, and as far as from like a coin making perspective in this promo, because I really haven't dabbled with the coin making this year. I've been watching some of your videos on YouTube, and you're kind of the guy that I would first go to. I always use your market spreadsheet. If you type !market in the chat, guys, you'll get a link to it. Shameless plug. But did you find that this promo was really like the rerolls were pretty profitable for you?
Yeah,
doing the 78 plus one.
Yeah, so the first. So the thing is, like, a lot of people are like, oh, don't open those rerolls because they're terrible. But they're terrible because people were quick selling a lot of it. You were always like I must have rolled probably close to 1 million training. And I think like out of all that training, I lost like on 2 or 3 rolls, like coin wise. And every single time, even when I won on coins, I made coins, I pretty much lost on training almost every time. Yeah. It was a training sink, but if you were selling everything for like the highest price you could sell them for, it was profit almost every time.
Yeah.
So especially like it was really good the first week because there was less cards in it, right? So you were able to pull those LTDs, you're able to pull a lot of 87s, 85s. As the program kept going on, the odds kept on going lower and lower because there's so many new cards being added to that, right? So you more likely you're gonna pull those like golds and like 81s and 83s. So like I assume that I said that from right from the beginning. I'm like, if you're gonna do the rerolls, the first week is always the best week to do it. Like just get it done. You'll probably make coins. And I made quite a bit of coins. Like I was chat convinced me to like waste a lot of my coins like opening more rerolls and stuff like that. So I think I have like 1,600 cards to sell in the next week, so that should be fun.
Oh my gosh, that's a full-time job right there. So,
so
that's
constantly,
No, like I was lucky enough. So yesterday I did a bundle. I did a bundle, and I was able to pull a T.Y. Hilton out of it, and I saw he was only selling for like 305K. I'm like, honestly, like the limiteds are basically selling for just over their quick sell value. So I was like, I might as well power him up, try him out, and he's been glitchy for me. Plus, he's 6'3" right now. I mean, he's going to be 5'10" as of tomorrow. So that'll take some getting used to. But I did have some luck too. I think I pulled a Travis Kelce the first week. I think he was the first week limited. So I can't complain too much about pack luck. But But I will say like these. I like the idea of adding the optional most feared card art to some of these guys. I think that's cool, and I don't think they've done that in the past, where you can get boosts for players that don't even come with the program. That was kind of a cool idea, I thought.
Yeah, I thought that was a really good addition. I was very, I was surprised by that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
But it was a welcome addition because like the Cam Newton card art is really really cool. I'm using that right now because he's my backup quarterback because I like to run while I'm in the red zone. I could just like use a wide receiver screen and just like run him into the end zone. So it's cool to have his art. He's like a 95 on my team right now, so that's kind of cool. I thought about like selling him and then like buying him back later, but whatever.
That's not a bad idea either. Like, well, I remember I've made that mistake probably like must have been 3 Maddens ago because like before I got into streaming, before I really knew what I was doing. I remember when their card overalls actually changed in the auction house, and I remember buying a whole bunch of these guys when they had an inflated overall, and then the next day them just dropping, and I was like, oh my god, I just spent my entire coin stack on a bunch of 80, 89 overall cards. It was brutal. I was like, oh, this is such a good value like right now. They're 94s, but that was one mistake that I made that I won't be making again. Yeah, my guy DK Nice in the chat right now. DK Nice, hey. Mr. 900 in the chat today. I see you, DK. Appreciate you coming in, man. So yeah, we're just sitting down. So we were talking a little bit about the most feared promo. So you were saying you think that the Blitz promo will be the next one up. Is that kind of typical
I think so, right? Like I feel like because that's like around Black Friday in the States.
Yeah. That's right.
Like, does it like go together with the Thanksgiving one?
It might because Black Friday is the day after American Thanksgiving, so
maybe Thanksgiving first.
It might be flipped, and then really the Blitz promo is just like a one-day event. Is it not? I'm trying to think back to previous years. Yeah.
I think it's like the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something. And they have like these little.
Yeah.
Most of it is like you have to buy. Like it's like pay to play for that part.
Oh yeah, pretty much. It's just like for people that want to buy packs and get like a decent guaranteed player out of them. I think I don't know. Do you have any predictions for like who might be the big Blitz players that come out in packs? If you had to pick one player,
I feel like Tyreek Hill is like, isn't he like always a lock for Blitz? I don't know. I feel like he got one last year, and like Blitz like just makes sense for him, right? How fast he is, I don't know. But
yeah,
I feel like for Thanksgiving, I feel like we'll see those. Do you think we'll see those cards that like get better if they have like a good week?
Oh
remember,
yeah.
Like, what was it called? Like I don't remember what they were called, but like cultivators or something like that.
Yeah. That's right.
So I also think the Raiders play on Thanksgiving, so that kind of sucks.
God.
Every other team out there.
Yeah.
But so they'll probably get like a bunch of cards for that. I know the Cowboys usually get somebody, so I feel like Dak is coming during Thanksgiving. I know people are like waiting for a Dak card, but yeah, I don't know.
It's kind of always like I haven't looked at the schedule. It normally seems to be like Lions play a lot on Thanksgiving. Washington, Cowboys. It's the same culprits every year. And normally, I think in the past we've gotten like a Night Train Lane or something like that as a master. I think it was Tony Romo last year possibly. So the Cowboys.
I think it was.
It might have been, or maybe 2 years ago. They all blend together. Honestly, like it's crazy how quickly we go from one Madden to the next one.
Oh, it's
just one endless cycle. And for you, kind of, you know, doing content creation almost full time, it's probably even more so like that because your day revolves around Madden, even when you're not streaming, right?
It's very true. Like a lot of times, like, yeah, I'll stream like a few hours in the morning. Like my schedule is like, this is how like my day goes for the most part. I'll wake up, I'll like have a coffee, I'll check out the auction house, and then I'll like boot up stream, and then I stream for like 2-3 hours, maybe 4, depending on the day, and then after I finish streaming, I'll go eat something, try to get to the gym, and then I'm pretty much playing Madden so I can get my next video ready to go, right? Like a lot of time I can't just like go ahead and make a video. I have to like prep the video. I gotta like open 100,000 coins worth of get a player packs to like show the odds and stuff. It's like, well, that takes me like a while.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's and juggling multiple platforms, and we'll get a little bit more into that as the podcast goes on. But yeah, like and one player that I think like that I'm surprised. I really thought for most feared in if I had to make one prediction, I thought that that Lamar Jackson was going to be a lock for that promo. I really expected a Lamar card because, you know, just his play style. You know, we used to always do the scary fast players. This year they got away from that, which I kind of like, just doing whatever players they felt like. You know, because there was always a lot. Yeah, it was always like Richard Sherman at cornerback. It was, you know, you can look at the height of players in the NFL at each position and determine who it's going to be.
And then people get upset. Like that they changed it up. It's like,
exactly.
Well, we want the change. We want to be on our toes, right? We don't want the same thing over and over and over again. So
100%. It's a catch-22. Like I do feel for the Madden, you know, development team, because you're exactly right about that. Like people hate that we don't have so much variety, but then they also know what the meta is every year as far as cards being released. They plan their theme team around it. Like me picking Chiefs Niners again, which I've done for my third year doing it. And then the Chiefs just don't really have a good team this year, you know?
No, they really don't.
So yeah, you know, Niners are always a safe bet, and you know, they have a lot of overlap with the Raiders too. Like a lot of guys played on both franchises, so you know, doing all right there. But yeah, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Lamar Jackson maybe makes an appearance with the Blitz promo. I feel like people will definitely pay money out of pocket to get a Lamar Jackson card, especially the RPO guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm surprised with like even with the past program with no Andrew Luck. I really thought he was a lock. I thought we were gonna get an Andrew Luck with like Gunslinger and Hot Rod Master. I thought this program, the way things were going, like we were gonna get a QB with Hot Rod Master and Gunslinger, but I guess we have to wait probably till Thanksgiving now, right? When was the first time we got both that last year? Like
was it Rich Gannon? Would he have been the first? Did he get Hot Rod Master?
Did he have Gunslinger though?
I think he did.
I don't know if he had Gunslinger. I don't remember.
I think he had Gunslinger because I typically don't use Hot Rod Master because I haven't mastered the art of what route combos I want out there. So I'm pretty sure he did have Gunslinger. Actually, that's a card. That's one of those cards that I loved last year. I loved Rich Gannon. Yeah. I probably used him more than any other quarterback. I actually left him for like a better quarterback and then ended up going back to him and used him for like an extra month and a half. So, but Gannon was such a fringe player. Like he was not a legend in my opinion. He was just an average guy who had a long career. So I don't know if we'll see him back in the game for like a few years at least.
No, probably not.
It was nice while it lasted.
Exactly. I thought like was Rich Gannon out by now this time last year? I don't remember.
I feel like I was using him still in like February of last year, so like I think he might have come out in January or something like that, like after the Zero Chill, because I'm pretty sure powered up he was like a 96 on my team, so it was probably a little bit later in the year. Yeah, DK saying that Rich Gannon did have both of them, but people still hated him. I thought he had a decent release. I didn't think he was that bad. Not Brett Favre or Aaron Rodgers, but yeah. So we've talked a little bit about you know, the content. There's always so much coming out. I think the rollout, like we remember back to when we started streaming was probably Madden 20, the end of Madden 20 when we both started up. And the content that year, obviously with the pandemic starting, would you say that's the worst Madden in recent history as far as content rollout?
From what I know, because like Madden 20 was my first like actual like my first Madden that like I played Ultimate Team. Yeah. I played Madden 19 and like Madden 18 and like some other Maddens, like, but like it was like just franchise and like play now kind of thing. But Madden 20 was my first Ultimate Team ever. And then we got hit pretty hard because like we started content. I started making content in like March when we hit the pandemic, and it slowed down right away. It came out to like a halt. And so that was like, I feel like that was way worse. Like even like last year's like 21, like it went for a while. Like we had content like I know it got a little bit slow towards the end, but like it was pretty solid up until then. So
I thought it was pretty good. I thought Madden 21 did a good job as well of providing a lot more variety for theme teams. I felt like no matter what theme team you picked, aside from like maybe like the Jaguars or the Bears or something, like you could field a competitive 50 out of 50 theme team, which was nice. This year, obviously, there's a little bit less variety, I feel like, just with the Raiders being so overpowered. I mean, this is probably how people felt about the Niners and the Chiefs in previous years, that they were just like getting an unfair number of cards. But, I will say, like, going through Madden 20, I think every Madden since has seemed like kind of a treat with how much cards they're giving us and stuff. So I
like how you mentioned. I like how you mentioned the Bears and the Jags with the Goat and DK in the stream.
Exactly, I had to. I was reading the chat and it just popped in my head right there. I mean, I'm sure Trevor Lawrence probably isn't on pace to win Rookie of the Year. He hasn't really done too much at the NFL level yet. So
no.
But that's a conversation for another day. I don't see him getting a 98 overall this year, unless DK wins it and asks for a golden ticket. That might be the only way. But like jumping over to the real NFL. So we have a game coming up tonight. We have the Vikings and Cowboys. I actually have a wager with Luch going on for this.
Nice.
An embarrassing tweet going to the team that loses the game. Well, what are your predictions? What do you expect? Because I think Dak might not be healthy. Have you heard anything about?
Yeah, so I did right before he hopped onto stream. I saw that he was on the field with like one of the trainers.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
Yeah.
Seems like if he was going to be ruled out for sure, he wouldn't even been on the field. Is my guess. So he might play. He might.
Yeah. I mean, it seems because you'd think they would want to dress like another quarterback, like from the practice squad or something, if they're not going to be able to use them at all. You don't want to go in there with just one quarterback on the roster. So
no.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, like, if we don't have Dak playing, I don't really have that much confidence in the offense. Like, don't get me wrong, we have so many weapons, but Dak just knows how to lead that offense. And I feel like if our offense is not going, I can't, like, our team is not built on our defense bailing us out the entire game. You know what I mean? So Dak doesn't play, I think we'll be in trouble. Because I think, like, as bad as we all, or I don't know, not all, but as bad as Kirk Cousins is, he can still lead an offense and still get wins. We know that, right? With what he has. So, but yeah, no, I think this will be a good game. I feel like stop Cook. I think they'll have a good shot. And then, but yeah, Dak has to play if we want to have a chance, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, it's funny because your offense, when everyone is healthy, has been like super overpowered lately.
Yeah.
Like even going back to last year before Dak had that horrific injury, he was putting up like almost like 450, 500 passing yards a game. Like he was doing crazy stuff. And I think I was, as a guy who doesn't watch a ton of Cowboys games, like the Vikings normally play the Cowboys almost every year, it seems, in the past few years. But I was wondering how he'd come back and how he'd look on the field because that injury was so grisly. I really didn't think he'd be back to start the season. I was surprised that his recovery went so well. But,
me too.
Yeah, and I was surprised that he signed a contract extension with them. I was surprised that Dallas kind of ponied up the cash because they were so hesitant before he got injured to extend him. But then they waited till he was like, we didn't know what he'd look like on the field. But
that gave me confidence, right? That right there when they signed him to that big contract, I feel like okay, they must have done their research. There's no way Jerry Jones and the Cowboy management staff were gonna give him that much money if he wasn't gonna be ready to play. So that gave me a little bit more confidence. And I think, like I said, I think the Cowboys are a good team. I think their offense are really, really good, but there's still so much holes on the defense, right? Like we have no secondary. Our secondary is still like I know we have Diggs, but
he's the only one,
but he still gets burnt quite often.
Yeah. So is Diggs more like a big play guy? Like it generates a lot of turnovers, but not necessarily like a lockdown corner as far as.
It's what I see on the field. But hey, honestly, if you win games, does it really matter? If you're winning games, I don't feel like it really matters too much. If you can get to the playoffs, there you go.
Yeah,
you did enough. So.
Exactly. I remember seeing somewhere it was probably like around week 4 or 5. Like I think he had an interception every game, or at least a turnover generated every game. And somebody was saying that a quarterback could take the ball and ground it, spike it every single play, and that would be a higher passer rating than when people throw to Trevon Diggs this year. Like he's actually been incredibly. I think. In my opinion, I think we could definitely be seeing him getting the Defensive Player of the Year this year, which would be in Madden, which I think would be, that'd be a crazy card. 6'1", crazy speed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have his 93 on my No Money Spent team, and he's a so good. Like I still
Yeah.
have him and JC Horn as my two shutdown corners, and they're fine. They're good. So
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
complaints there.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm
JC.
not drinking beer on stream. I'm drinking Barks root beer.
I was
Right?
gonna say I didn't want to comment. I didn't want to call you out there.
It's not beer. All right.
Barks in a glass bottle.
Yeah.
That's a throwback
Yeah.
right there. I like it.
Right.
Barks has bite. Who was there? There was some streamer I remember trying to get sponsored by Barks. That might have been Lominati. I think he was trying to get sponsored earlier in
Was
the year.
it?
But yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. I'm more of an A&W root beer kind of guy myself, but
Yeah.
I won't judge you for it.
Okay.
But yeah, one other thing that I wanted to talk about was you know, going from last year where you got your Twitch partnership. What month would that have been last year? Like, do you remember off the top of your head, or roughly?
March. Oh no, I sorry. I think I started applying in like no, yeah, I applied in March. I think
Yeah.
it was. I think it was March though.
Yeah. So
Something
sometime
like that.
sometime on the right before the down cycle of the game where it starts to kind of quiet down a little bit.
That's right.
But like you know, I've noticed your streams now in the mornings. Like you've really been killing it lately. Like has the growth been like exponential for you from like the end of Madden 21 to 22? Has there been a significant like bump for you?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, like it's kind of taken off, and I think that has a lot to do with my scheduling now too. I think having that set schedule where I can stream every single morning and take that like not that whole slot, but like everyone knows like all right, wake up. I know we're going to Adam first, and then we'll go to like all the other
Yeah.
streamers and stuff like that. So I think like being able to be consistent with a schedule has really helped me because before that I was streaming like 2 mornings
Yeah.
a week and then a couple afternoons, and it wasn't
Yep.
consistent because like of how work was.
Yeah.
But this year, taking off quite a bit of teaching where I'm only there 1 day a week, it's kind of really helped see the growth like in streaming and now even YouTube, right? Like
Yeah.
I started YouTube back in Man 20 at the end of the or towards like the end of the season, like in March, I think, and
Yeah.
I could not get to like the 1,000 sub mark. I wasn't as consistent. I wasn't posting every day, and I think that kind of like didn't hurt my growth or anything. It just hindered it. I couldn't get that. I couldn't break that mark like that
Yeah.
500 sub 600.
Yeah.
I just couldn't break that. And now that like I'm posting every single day, I haven't missed a single day of uploading on YouTube since Madden 22 dropped.
That's incredible.
And just like I said, like just being able to do it, right? Like I couldn't have done that while teaching. I just
Yeah.
did not have the time. You know how it is, right? Like you
Yeah.
work all day, you're exhausted by the time you get home. Like there's just
For
it's
sure.
just the way it is. And then but yeah, so now having the opportunity to like post every day, like the channels, I think I've hit like over. I think I have over 1,000 subs since
Yeah.
like in the
Since
last
the game
like
dropped.
yeah,
Or-
so it's
yeah.
kind of crazy. So I feel really confident. I'm putting out good content. I feel confident in what
Yeah.
I'm doing. But yeah, no, I think like it when you're streaming, there's so many factors that play into it, right? Like who's streaming at the same time as you. Like what kind of like
Mhm.
enjoyment are you bringing to the viewers? And I think me being like who I am and able to
Yeah.
still talk about like the market and show the spreadsheets and talk about like what to do, when to buy. I think this year helped as well because there's not that loophole. It's not as I would say like for me it's pretty easy to make coins this year, but for a lot of people it's different. It's not how it was in the past. So I think
Yeah.
people are more likely to come and watch my videos or come watch me stream because they're not really sure how the market works.
Yeah.
But like because in the years past we had a couple like loopholes and you could just take advantage and you had a ton of coins. Now there's none of that. So I feel like me being able to understand the market has really helped my content and really helped my time slot. But you're right, like in the morning, I feel like I'm up in the directory. I don't really check my numbers usually when
Yeah.
I'm streaming. Like I don't really look at like oh how many people we have in here, but like people always mention it once in a while on stream, like oh you're top of the directory right now. I found you
Yeah.
because you're like the top of the directory. I'm like oh that's really cool. But that also has to do with like who's streaming at that time. There's not as many streamers on at that time, and I think that's an advantage that I've taken advantage of, right? So
Oh, for sure. No, you definitely found like your kind of niche as far as the type of content that you want to put out, and you found a time slot that works with your schedule too. Like it's not just finding one that's good. Like you know, this is a time when there's less competition in the directory, or when there's more people who are like you know either at work looking to lurk your streams, or because you probably get a mix of people. You probably get like you know some people that are the late night demons who have been up all night are still hanging out in your stream before they go to bed. You get the people that have just gotten to work and they want to open up a tab and have something playing and something to listen to while they're grinding their spreadsheets or whatever it is they're doing.
Exactly.
And then you get the fanatics too, like the people that are up on your board behind you that are going to be in your stream no matter what time you're going live at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I know
it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's been a huge success, and really when you talk about everything that goes into being a full-time content creator, like really there is no way to do the daily. People always say that you can find time to do stuff, but really, if you were teaching 5 days a week, the daily YouTube uploads wouldn't be possible, the daily streams wouldn't be possible, showing love in other people's streams wouldn't be possible. There's so much that goes into it that for the casual Twitch viewer, we might only see you on stream for 3 hours a day, and we think, oh, he's got 21 to do whatever else. That's not the case at all.
It really isn't. It's a lot. Like, I know there's a few people in here that stream, and they can tell you the same thing. Like, there's a lot that goes into the stream. It's not just go live and there you go. You have 100 people in your chat that day, right? That's not how you build, right? Like, I think, and I think we mentioned it a little bit. We touched on it, like the different platforms. I think being on TikTok, being on Twitter, being on YouTube, Twitch, all of that, it all plays a factor. Like Discord, Discord is like low key, like how I think I've grown so much. Like connecting my Discord to Twitch and YouTube has brought everyone together. And I think that's where my numbers started growing. So it's not just like, oh, we gotta worry about like that 3 hours of streaming. It's okay. Let me go put in 2-3 hours of YouTube work. Let me go put in like whatever it is, like go network a little bit. I got to like take care of the house a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a lot, but like don't get me wrong. Like this is something I'm passionate about, and I love doing it. This is not me complaining. This is not me being like, oh, woe is me. Like I do all this work. No, not at all. Like I love what I do. I can sit in my office for like almost 12 hours a day easy, just like doing things. I lose track of time when I'm editing. When I'm doing, I'm like. Wow, I just had dinner. I was like, all right, babe, I'm gonna go upstairs real quick, edit this video, I'll be back. She's like, you were gone for 4 hours. I'm like, my bad. I'll make that up to you. That's my fault.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's on me.
Yeah, exactly. And I like what you're saying, that it's a challenge, but it's not something that you it's not like you're cross to bear. It's like, you kind of know what you're getting into, but it doesn't mean it's easy at the same time. Like, even though you love it, even though it's like your passion, you enjoy it. And I find the exact same thing. It can be a strain sometimes, and to try and find like a work-life balance. Being in a relationship too with just getting married this past year, and then also having probably the biggest time for content creation cannot be easy. And that's something we all kind of struggle with, I think, at times, is finding that proper balance.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, but it sounds like you get out to walk the dog and whatnot, and you try to take off at least a day a week, like or do you go pretty much 7 days a week, 365 at this point?
Yeah, so it seems like right now I've been really going pretty hard. I should definitely take some time off, but yeah, if I stream, or at this point I'm streaming 6 days a week, and then the day I don't stream, I'm teaching that day. So I'm still working, just in a different sense. So, and then I think last weekend or last Sunday, one of the days, I took off the day from streaming, but I still did like YouTube stuff. So I pretty much, content is weird with that, especially with Madden. Like there's always something to post. There's always something that you need to do. So, I don't know. I haven't really taken time off, and that's on me. But I know once it quiets down a little bit, I'm definitely gonna take some time towards the end of the year. But yeah, like you said, it's a grind. Like that, even like before Madden dropped, when I had that early access with EA
Game Changers,
I didn't stream a lot because I was so busy. I was like, if I stream right now, I can't get those 3 hours back or those 2 hours back. It was like, am I gonna miss out a little bit on making money for streaming, because that's like my job now, right? Like I need to make money. I need to pay mortgage. So I was like, but if I don't, my content that I'm going to put out with like the early release stuff is not going to be as good, and I'd rather have the really good stuff. So
no, absolutely. And as your subscriber base on YouTube gets bigger too, it's like the quality of the work is, like for me when I started YouTube, it was more just to stick sticking my toes in the water. I'm still in that stage right now. I'm not putting out like high quality videos. I'm not like, the podcast has been something that I've enjoyed posting because it's in my wheelhouse. It's in my skill set to like interview somebody and throw it up there and put a stinger on either side of it, and it's done. But like the idea of sitting and working for a video on 4 hours, that's something that I definitely am not capable of, and I might never be capable of that. So you got to kind of find what your skill set is, and you can obviously, like I find with streaming, like I probably learned more from streaming for just like a year and a half than I have from like anything post secondary school wise. Like I picked up more technological skills. I picked up more. I was so untech savvy before I got into this thing that it's like
I know
it's a constant learning experience, and there's really always more to learn. Algorithms, whatever it is, like there's always more research to be done and ways to kind of fine tune your craft.
And it's nice because you get to like you can see like I don't know, like from what you do like with YouTube or like streaming, like just remember like when you first started streaming.
Yeah.
Remember like how your overlays, how your stream went.
Yeah.
Like if you had like VODs from when you first started to like now, it's like night and day for both of us, right? Like I go back and watch some of my old YouTube videos and I'm like, wow, I'm cringing. This is horrible. Why did I even put this out?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But you learn so much as you go, right? Like now I don't edit all my own videos. I edit like half my videos.
Yeah.
Just because I need to. I can't. If I keep editing myself, I won't have time to do anything. So but yeah, like it's nice. It's something that it's a hobby now. I feel like I can edit it for people. I think I can make this as like a job where I edit for people because like I'm decent at it. I'm learning a lot. So I don't know. It's like something you learn a lot more. I feel like right now. Like you've been teaching for a while. I've been teaching for a while. There's always stuff to learn teaching as well. But I don't know. I feel like it's not something new that you do. You learn so much, like so fast. So.
Oh, absolutely, and like it is, the learning curve is kind of steep, and the thing is like anybody can fire up a stream, but like to be able to commit to it for the amount of time now, it seems still pretty fresh to me and pretty new. But like honestly, I can't really think back to a time where I wasn't like planning stuff for my stream or like in Discord with the guys talking about stuff and collaborating. It becomes such a big part of your life. If you want to do it right, you kind of have to get sucked into the vortex a little bit. Like you have to kind of give your all with it for sure.
And half-ass it. You just can't.
Definitely not. And you can tell if I've ever tried to rush something, it's like you're better off just taking a day off, like rather than rush something out there. And maybe that's because like I don't know, as teachers or just as people, like we kind of are perfectionists to some degree. It's for me that there's just only one way to do it. But the other thing I was thinking, like you've had incredible growth on your channel, and this past weekend, EA offered up drops for the whole community, which is something they've done a couple times this year. But like I was looking at the directory this week, like when I wasn't streaming, I was like, the numbers are huge. Like this is there were a whole bunch of bodies in the directory. Like what are your thoughts on, as somebody who was a Madden live streamer, they've kind of moved away from that model, it seems like, at least for this year. What do you think of community-wide drops for the health of the streaming community as a whole?
Yeah, so I feel like I understand why they don't do it like every weekend or like every day. Like I understand that because you putting all these packs into the game is gonna hurt the economy of the auction house.
Yeah.
Like I know it does seem like it's only a couple silvers, a couple golds, but times that by how many people? Like right now, there's 2,400 people watching Madden streamers right now. 2,400 of those people are getting like Twitch drops right now, and that's not even like the highest it's been. It's quite a bit, right? And there's gonna be some really good pulls from there. You've seen people pulling LTDs. Mine are horrible, but
no
I got an EA luck for me.
I got an 83 out of my fourth pack of the day, which was
there. You go.
Yeah.
There you go. But like what I mean, like I get it. I feel like they should have it open for like weekends. Why not? Like maybe not have like a most feared pack with it. Maybe just have Twitch drop packs, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it gets some people just because like some people don't really watch Twitch or like they don't really find. But like I've had people come into my stream. I think someone came in today. Is like, I'm so glad I found you through Madden Live.
Yeah.
Now I come here every single day. I'm like, yeah, you do. Like you're in my stream almost every single morning that I stream. You come say hi to me. Like you're like one of my good friends. Like there's a lot of people who met me through Madden Live, and I'm sure you can probably say the same in like a year from now, where it's like these drop weekends. You're gonna have a couple people who show up, and they're still coming to this day. So
Yeah.
I feel like it brings the community together. You meet a lot of really great people. I really don't understand why we don't have these more often. There's got to be a reason, and we don't know it. So like, I
Yeah.
just feels like I also understand where people who are on partner grinds as well. Yes, this helps, but it also
Mm-hmm.
doesn't help. It
Yeah.
also takes it back because if you're averaging like 75 and then every like couple weekends you have 600,
200.
they're
Yeah,
like, what the heck?
exactly.
That's not gonna. It's gotta be consistent, right? So
Yeah.
I can see that where there's an issue, but I don't think that's on EA to figure out, or I feel like that's
Yeah.
on Twitch and the streamer to
Exactly.
figure out, right? So,
Yeah.
but I have a feeling a lot of it is to do with like the economics of the market
Yeah.
is my best guess, and maybe there's more issues with it. With like, I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
farming, all kinds of stuff that could happen on there. Like, I could definitely see that. And
Mhm.
I just think it was nice. When the game first came out, I think opening weekend, it was probably what like at least 10K, maybe 20K in the directory for the
Mhm.
first like couple days when it
Oh
came
yeah.
out. And then there were also times already in the year when the game is still very much alive, new content coming out. There's mornings where I go on and there's like maybe less than 300 people in the entire directory. That doesn't make sense to me because there's so many great content creators out there. There's so many people having success in their channel. I'm hoping that EA was at least looking at this weekend as like, this is what a healthy game looks like when a whole bunch of streamers are having the best streams that they've ever had. And I'm hoping, whether it's drops or whether it's, other ways to kind of encourage people to view the streams. It seemed like the directory was super healthy this weekend in a way
It
that it
was.
hasn't been for a while.
You had
Yeah.
a lot of people tweeting about it. You had a lot of people like
Yeah.
engaged in the content. It was really, really nice to see. Like lots of like faces that I saw like at the beginning of the year that I haven't seen in a while. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, great. Like a lot of the people who come for Madden Live and come for like these drops are those giveaways and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that's okay. Like you're gonna get trolls and stuff like that. But honestly, like I still rather it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't know. I still rather that energy, that excitement that people are having. Like yeah, I've been having like you've probably seen this weekend. I've had like 300-400 people in my stream, but like
Yeah.
on a normal like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have like between 100 and 200. Like that's like
Exactly.
I kind of cap out at like 200 or whatever, unless it's like a
Yeah.
content day, and then my
Yeah.
numbers will go up, and like that's cool, that's great. I'm not complaining, but like it's so nice to see even more, you know. So
Holy cow! I hate to pause things here, but I think we just got hit with a
what?
massive monster raid from
My
Lauren. Lauren just
Lauren,
came through with 186 raiders and a host of 297. So, like I said, the directory seems to be alive and well. Lauren's out there absolutely crushing it. I got to take a
yep,
second, Adam. I'm sorry. I'm sure you
go
understand
go
here.
go go.
We got to take a quick second here. Oh my God, did I just break the? Yeah, I think I just broke the overlay.
Stream?
Welcome.
Perfect.
Yeah, I just broke the entire stream, but we're right on the cusp of wrapping up, anyways, Adam. But
Yeah.
guys, everyone coming in from Lauren's stream. Much love to all you guys. Holy cow, was she killing it tonight? I saw Lauren was dressed up as Whoopi the other day for Halloween, the Sister Act version, and absolutely destroyed it. And she's been doing huge things. Just hit partner this year. Super exciting stuff. I saw her get a doing an IRL stream just a couple weeks ago too, and got the big host from what's the name of the new streamer out there? Bridget something, who's doing the Madden Twitch stuff. Have you seen any of that, Adam? There's a new
No.
there's a new streamer out there. She's been like hosted by like the NFL or something. She can show the Thursday night
Oh.
games on Twitch. But Lauren, thank you
Awesome.
so much for trusting your community with us. We got your good friend UpandADAM on here right now. We got his pup as well. This is beautiful. This is the kind of content people come to see. But have a great stream, fam. I'm gonna pass out some candy. Hey, enjoy it. Thank you so much again for sending everybody through here. Yes, we do have UpandADAM held hostage here too. He's reporting live from my basement right now. But guys, go drop a follow for Lauren. Thank you so much for coming through. We're just about to wrap up our podcast here. We've covered. We've talked about a little bit about Halloween. We talked about the Vikes Cowboys game. We talked about the most feared program. We talked about all the morph players that I'm excited to use later on stream tonight. And we talked a little bit about all the growth that you've had in your channel, Adam, this year, and it's been incredible. And it's been a privilege to kind of watch you blow up like this. What are your goals going forward? So now that you've already achieved this partnership, what are your next kind of content creation goals?
Yeah, I feel like just continuing to be like one of the top Madden creators on Twitch. I feel like the morning slot has really taken off, and I think I want to be that go-to in the morning, like before content drops, get you all prepared, and then really make strides on YouTube is like the main focus this year is seeing how like I just want to put out quality content consistently. That's my goal,
Yeah.
is making sure I'm not just posting content just because I need to post a video. No, I want to make sure they're quality videos, and then still stick to my niche, right? Making coins, work in the auction house, but I'm still trying to get into like that entertainment side of things too, with like the No Money Spent team and like
Yeah.
gameplay and stuff like that. Because I do want to like show some entertainment and things like that. I don't want to just be known for only the coin stuff. I want to like be able to do a lot of it. So I
Yeah.
think focusing on like the entertainment aspects that you like, especially with YouTube, a lot of the growth is you want to post videos that people are going to watch years from now. A lot of the content what I post is like, all right, you're going to watch it for a week, and then it's kind of like, all right, that's it.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to start like transitioning at some point to still doing my coin stuff, but having videos that are going to be clicked on years and years
Yeah.
and years from now. So yeah, so just making sure I'm and then like collabing with like EA still. I really
Yeah.
enjoy working with them, and I put out that little
That
one
was
minute clip.
cool.
That was cool. You like
Yeah,
that?
I saw that was awesome. Yeah, well done on that. That was
Yeah,
definitely quality content right there. It looked like the
yeah.
cinematography of it alone was awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
So like in that took me like all day on a Sunday, right? Like watching the
Yeah.
play, getting that organized, making the play happen, and then editing. And
Yeah.
I want to do more things like that. So I have a few more planned with EA for the rest of the season. But yeah, I'm excited. I really am.
Nice. And what one last question before we go here? Well,
Absolutely.
maybe one or two last questions. But
That's fine.
how did that conversation happen? When did EA approach you and be like, "So we have this game changer thing. We want you to be one of them." How did that conversation go? Did they text you, call you, email? like how does EA get in touch with someone like you?
So I don't. Well, like I guess it started. Well, once I got on to Madden Live, where I reached out to a couple of EA EA people, I reached out to them asking like I would love to be on like Madden Live, and then once you're into that network, it's
Yeah.
very very like, all right, they're trying to do a lot of things within, so they'll reach out
Nice.
to you and say like, hey, do you want to try this, or here's an opportunity that you can sign up for and stuff like that. And I've been
Sweet.
taking them up on those offers. Like as soon as I hear, hey, there's a new opportunity, if something that I know I can put out and I can put out quality content with, absolutely I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
So
no, that's incredible. That's because I was gonna say like does Kralo like hop on a Skype call and just like hit you up in your living room or what? Not like
No,
that,
no.
eh? It's more like
No.
behind the scenes stuff. But
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah, super exciting though, and honestly, Adam, it's been such a pleasure like watching us start out around the same time and start from very grassroots bare bones setups to where you're at now, where you got like this fanatical community around you who like shows up every single morning, hundreds of people in your chat, a purple check mark next to your name. And I know it's only just the start for you too. I know the success is going to be there on YouTube as well, TikTok, all that stuff. I really appreciate. I know you got 6 more weekend league games to play today.
Yeah, I do.
Right, and no money spent. So you're going to be out there grinding still.
Sure.
And I gotta try out these new most feared morph cards as well to do. I'm excited. But thank you so much for taking the time today to be on the podcast, and we will put this video up on YouTube later on tonight. But yeah, any parting words for the community, or do you think we covered it all pretty well?
Yeah, no, I think we covered everything. But it's such a great community. I know there's could be some like negativity within the community, but overall, this community is amazing, and they show out, right? They will be, if you put out quality content, you're engaging, you're friendly, and you want people there, they're gonna keep coming back. And I
100%.
think you, like me, you, everyone else who started with us early on, we've kind of all stuck together, and
Yeah.
I don't know, we made our own community that's like turned into quite a big community. So it's nice.
No kidding.
Really,
No kidding. Yeah, it really is. It's been a cool weekend seeing like everybody out there succeeding and having great weekends and being blessed by things like these massive Lauren raids that just came in here. So I feel like I got to pay a little bit of attention to the chat too. But who knew there were different ways to be a success? You don't just have to get out there and sweat in the sweaty head-to-head streets to be a success. You did it your way, and I'm super proud of you for all your accomplishments, my dude. Thank you so much for being on, Adam.
No worries.
And now go and win those next 6 games for us, because I want to see it on YouTube tomorrow.
I'll try. All right. Enjoy the night. Enjoy
Thank
those
you, sir.
leagues yourself.
All right. Take it easy, Adam. Have a good one, man.
Yeah.